What if I told you that infidelity isn't just about sex? It's not just about betrayal. It's about longing. It's about identity. And perhaps most surprisingly, it's about hope. Infidelity is as old as relationships themselves. It is universal, and yet every betrayal is so deeply personal. It cuts to the core of our trust, our sense of self, and the stories we tell about what it means to love and be loved. So today I want to explore with you the why. Why do people cheat? Why do people stray even when they're happy? And what does infidelity reveal, not just about our relationships, but about ourselves? Now, I know this discussion is activating, especially for somebody who's experienced infidelity in their relationship. I want to be clear, though, this is not about excusing infidelity because there is no excuse, but it is about understanding, because understanding is what aids us in healing, whether we do that together or we do that individually. Understanding is about being able to hold varying opposing emotions at the same time, difficult feelings that seem to contradict each other, because that is the human condition, the complexity that we are as humans. Before we get into it, hi, I'm Lauren Consul. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and a certified sex therapist, and I'm here to help you have more satisfying and secure sex and relationships. Let's start with talking about the many faces of infidelity. Infidelity isn't just one thing. It wears many faces, speaks many languages. For some, it is a search for passion. For others, an escape from pain, and so much in between. So let's look at some of the common reasons that infidelity happens, and these are in no particular order, but some of the common ones that come up. Number one, emotional dissatisfaction. Many people cheat not because they are looking for another person in particular, but because they're looking for another version of themselves. When emotional intimacy fades, when the connection feels distant, the affair can become a way to feel alive again, to be seen, to feel significant, to feel connected. Number two, low self-esteem and validation. For others, infidelity is about validation. It tells them you're desirable, you're worthy, you still matter, or whatever it is that might be missing for them. And it's less about the partner that they cheat with and more about the reflection they see of themselves in somebody else's eyes. Number three, sexual dissatisfaction. Sex is often blamed for infidelity, but it is rarely just about the act itself. It's about longing for intimacy or for play or for freedom or for acceptance. It's about reconnecting with parts of themselves that have been dulled by time, routine, obligation, fears, or anything else in between. Number four, fear of commitment. There's this paradox of commitment. To promise forever for one person can feel like the ultimate safety, and for another partner, it can feel like the ultimate entrapment. Cheating in this context usually isn't about leaving the relationship itself. It's about finding a place where that person can feel their independence. Number five, revenge and resentment. Infidelity can also be a protest, a way to say, you've hurt me, so I'll hurt you back. It's a poor attempt at justice, usually born from pain or unspoken resentment. Number six, unhealed wounds. Unhealed wounds of childhood or past traumas or previous relationships or the current relationship. What we don't address will rise to the surface until we deal with it. And for some, that might manifest in the form of betrayal. Now, what does infidelity reveal about us? Here's the thing. Infidelity is often less about the other person or persons and more about the self of the unfaithful partner. It's an expression of what's missing, whether in the relationship or more often in our own lives or sense of self. Infidelity or affairs are often less about wanting to leave the relationship or the partner and more about leaving the person they become. And infidelity really challenges you to ask hard questions. What do I desire that I feel I can't have in this relationship? What part of me have I lost in this relationship? What story am I trying to rewrite? And perhaps the most difficult question, and one of the most important, is what would it take to have this conversation with my partner instead of with somebody else? Why do people stay after infidelity? Because infidelity usually feels like the ultimate betrayal, but so many people stay. Why? Because relationships are complex ecosystems. We don't fall into black and white categories. It's not as simple as stay or go. And people stay for so many reasons, because of history, because they love this person, because of the life they've built together. But they also stay because of hope, the hope that something broken can be mended, that trust can be rebuilt, that difficult experiences can create new, stronger relationships. And staying does not mean condoning. It means asking, can we find meaning and healing in this pain? Can we grow from this rupture? Finally, what does infidelity teach us? Infidelity is not a judgment of the relationship. It's a reflection of the human condition. We are creatures of contradiction. We crave security and also adventure. We want stability and mystery. We long for love, but also want passion. And the affair, painful as it is, forces us to confront these contradictions. It asks us to look at our relationships, ourselves, with brutal honesty. And here's the hope. Infidelity does not have to mean the end. It can be an opportunity, a chance to examine the relationship, to uncover unmet needs, and to decide together or alone what comes next. And now infidelity will always be painful, but it doesn't always have to be meaningless. It can reveal our vulnerabilities, our desires, our fears. It can be an opportunity, as painful as it is, but really powerful to ask, who am I? What do I want to be? How can I bring my full self into my relationships? So I encourage you to approach this topic not with judgment, but with curiosity. And let's hold space for the complexity, for the humanity of it all. I appreciate you thinking deeply about this really difficult topic that brings up a lot of difficult emotions. And if this conversation resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts and questions and comments below. And remember, if you want more content on how to have more satisfying and secure sex and relationships, be sure to follow along.